10-1.
Yeah. Get right for us one time.
Okay.
Why do I feel it's not to be crazy?
It's not. It's
When
not.
you just said it like the okay. I'm playing my day with some crazy stuff here. All right, let's do it.
All right, ready?
All right, let's go.
Anthony Harris at 10. Buda Baker at 9.
Shout out to Buddha.
Dude, I can't deny the stats, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Different type of safety. But
And
man,
crazy effort with it, man.
Yeah. So Eddie Jackson at 8. Kevin Baird. Is that how you pronounce his
Byard.
name? Byard.
Yeah, beast.
7.
I like it.
Simmons at 6.
Okay.
Harrison Smith at 5. I got your boy Derwin James at 4.
Okay.
Are you interested in what my top 3 is here?
We're going to find out.
Honey Badger at 3.
Okay.
2, Jamal Adams. And I got to have the GOAT at 1, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And I'm staying consistent. I've said it on the last couple episodes, and I'm sticking with it. Minkah at 1.
Okay, I like that. No, did I just lose my list? Oh, okay. I thought I had messed my list up for a second when I picked my computer up. All right.
What's your grade on that list?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It's cool.
I'm wondering if you still got the same guy at 1.
We're going to get to it. Yeah, so at 10, I got Minka. Excuse me, at 10, I got Micah Hyde for the Buffalo Bills. Pro Bowler, absolutely.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Number 9, I went with Eddie Jackson. Even though he's coming off of a down year, I think that Bears defense as a whole was off of a down year.
That's
I anticipate them
dude. That's
bouncing back, bro. And especially with Robert Quinn coming out there too, him and Khalil, that should definitely boost the productivity and ultimately get Eddie back being a ball hawk that he is.
What I was reading is he was completely going off in 2018, obviously with the 6 picks and all that. But they like switched the defense around with Fangio coming in, and he was in weird positions. He wasn't in the same positions as he was in 18, where he was doing a lot of run stopping stuff with Fangio, and it was just like you said, it was just a weird situation for him. But the talent and just who he is overall, like you got to have him in that top 10.
Yes, indeed. Now I was surprised you didn't have Earl Thomas, did you?
I did not.
Okay, all right.
I did not.
I was just making sure I heard that right.
He's on the downswing.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm not tripping. I just wanted to make sure I heard that correct. All right.
Wait, you got him in there?
I just wanted to make sure I heard that correct. That's all I'm saying, man.
7?
So at 8, I went with Justin Simmons, and this was the one that I was kind of going back and forth on between him and Earl Thomas. More so Earl because of legacy and the name and things like that.
All right. I mean, I was thinking about putting him in that top 10. I definitely was, but I actually went against myself here.
That was the only reason.
I went for the future with Harris, Buda Baker there.
Yeah, that was the only reason why I didn't have him right there, because I think Justin Simmons obviously is a lot younger. He's coming into his own. I think his productivity is going to continue to shine.
This is the truth.
Yeah, he's nice, bro. He's
from everything I'm reading.
Big time
nice. Just absurd. Like in his pass coverage, and he also had the 93 tackles.
Like super versatile. Can play. Can do it all, man. Like you talk about that next wave of do it all safeties. Justin Simmons and Eddie Jackson, they're in that same way when you're talking about your Minkas, your Derwin James, your Jamal Adams. They're all in that vein together, which is dope because I think for guys like me who love just defense, man, seeing the new wave of guys, this is like this is gonna be our new wave of your Ed Reeds, your Palomalus, your Brian Dawkins, your your John Lynch's and stuff like that. Like this is that type of situation. So that's why for me, I'm like, these are the guys I love watching them way more than anybody on offense. Like I wanted to see what they were doing. So for me, man, seeing some of these guys, that's giving me that type of feel. So at 8, I got Justin Simmons. At 7, I went with Buda Baker. Like you said, the productivity is there. Obviously, I got a chance to be with him on AZ, one of the hardest working cats out there. I feel like this dude never gets tired, first off. We saw the play when we were breaking down the Deontay Johnson film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Deontay's on one side. He reverse field, cuts back, should have scored. Buda literally is on the front side of the tackle, falls out of that, books it across the field to catch Deontay on the 3-yard line. Yeah. It was just an insane play. I'll never forget it, man. But that's always on his tape consistently. Just ball hawk, doesn't matter. He's gonna find a way to get out there, and he's tiny too. We think about like Mike Hilton. He's like in his like body style, but leaner. Not even as like built as a Mike Hilton. Just to give you context. But the dude he's a flat out baller, man.
147 tackles for safety.
Bro.
Like that's absurd.
Dude,
that's
an undersized safety at that. Like he's not big at all, bro.
How good is he in coverage then? I'm assuming he's
good in coverage, but the thing is,
might be his limitation though a little bit. I'm assuming.
So this is the thing. He's really good in coverage. but he has to match up with the dog. So like people will talk about George Kittle getting him right. But the thing was
it's
this
a tough matchup.
Well, this is the thing in that game that everybody talks about, because it was a play where Kittle, he's in coverage on Kittle. Kittle catches it, stiff arms him, and he ends up scoring. Earlier that game though, he had a play where he gets off on Kittle and things like that. So because he's small, he has to be a lot more clever and smart and things like that. And it works the majority of the time, but that one play in particular, it was like, all right, when you got George Kittle against Little Buddha Baker, this is what it's going to look like. But the majority of the time, though, he was actually holding his own, man. So from a cover standpoint, he's really good in that regard too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he draws the tough matches. Like he's going to get any of those hybrid, freaky tight ends that are kind of just big body wide receivers. Yeah, he's drawing that matchup.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But he still balls
But
out.
he thrives in it, though, man. He thrives. So, yeah, I have him at 7. At 6, I had to go Kevin Byard, man. Big fan of his since he's been in Tennessee, man. He's been a beast, man. Ball hawk, gets his hands on the football, creates turnovers. You got to love that.
17 picks over 3 seasons. That's absurd.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's him, though.
Even
he's a ball hawk.
I think this was last year, 5 picks, 9 pass defense, 84 tackles. So, yeah, dude, all these, like, you could look at the stats at all these safeties.
You know that team he's on?
Yeah, I know what team. That's cool. He's in my top 10. I don't got anything against
they got a nice little team down there, man.
Yes, are these Titans popping up in my top 10?
They got a nice little team down there, man.
Tannehill's not my top 10.
They got a nice little team down there. That's all I'm saying, man.
What do they got? They got him, Derrick Henry,
AJ Brown,
obviously Luan. Who's that dude on defense? I was talking highly about the defensive tackle.
Was it Simmons?
Yeah, it's Simmons, coming in. So
I say Simmons along with Adoree Jackson's the corner. Who did they? Oh, Vic Beasley. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, somebody's in the headlines down there with them. Yeah,
it's okay. Lacking leadership at quarterback.
Lacking leadership.
That was harsh. That was harsh. Lacking quarterback ability. How about that?
Okay. He did play in the AFC Championship game this year. That's all I'm saying, man.
Is lacking leadership. That was harsh.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how you get leadership from what he did. Like, does talent equate leadership? I think we've seen numerous times where that's not the case, man.
I just think it factor and clutch equals leadership. So I'm not going to completely go there.
Yeah.
I just don't think the quarterback play is going to be there for the Titans this year. And I've been on record saying this how many times. Leadership was a little too far. I'm sure Tannehill's a nice guy. I'm sure he's good in the locker room. That was harsh.
You are funny, man.
I just don't like his quarterback play. That's all.
You are funny. At 5, I went with the Honey Badger, man, Tyrann Mathieu. Couldn't have him any lower than that. Crazy productive. And he was really the key catalyst to that Kansas City Chiefs defense, man. Him showing up that secondary that has been getting abused for a while now. I mean, he kind of changed the whole face of that with what he's able to do, not only in the pass game, but in the run game. He could blitz. He checks every box you want from a safety standpoint, and he brings energy. I love his
coincidence he was on the Texans, not on the Texans anymore, and
hey, man,
wins the Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
I like it.
What we're saying is is the Texans the
Texans, man,
in demolition mode? They're on a bad path.
The problem with the Texans is they've had talented players come through there. They just can't put it all together while they're there. They have to go elsewhere, and then from there, somebody else is able to, help make it better.
Though that's going to be interesting to me because Deshaun Watson not having Hopkins this year. Now they obviously bring in Cooks, but it's a weird scenario.
It is
weak
man.
Division though. We'll say that
they got a chance. Trust me, they got a chance, man. So at 4, we both had Derwin James here. The only reason he's not higher is because he's coming off of an injury, man. That I think he had like something that's like metatarsal in his foot or something like that.
Wait, so you said he was your top safety though?
No, he is if he's healthy. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. In terms of a top 10 ranking,
that's
you
what I just said right here. I said because of last year, and that's why like when we talked about receivers and you had AB, and I was like, well, AB didn't even play last year.
Dude, wait, did you see some of the comments on that?
I did, yeah. I did.
They were saying like he should be top 3. I was like, I kind of feel you on that.
Hey, man, everybody got their,
I felt bad for letting those people down.
Everybody got their opinion, man. So I just leave it at that. But that's the only reason why Derwin is at 4, man. If he's healthy, if he's playing a full season, he's at 1. Because I mean, the year that he had his first year is insane. And the only thing, like I said, last year he missed all but 5 games, and then by the time he came back, we already knew what the season looked like for the Chargers. It was just a bad situation for him altogether.
Yeah, they were saying he might have even been a little dinged up when he was playing too. So Dude, his rookie year, though, you're right. 105 tackles.
Mm-hmm.
He had the sacks, too.
I'm
3.5
telling you.
sacks, 13
Dude.
pass defense.
When Derwin James is healthy, he is the best safety in the NFL. It's not a debate. I understand.
He's your guy. He's your guy.
We could talk Minka. We could talk Jamal. We could talk Harrison. We could talk anybody you want to talk. Derwin James, when healthy,
you're
is
a
the
believer.
number one safety. I don't have to be a believer. The proof is in the tape, man.
Well, that's why I got him high, man. I'm taking your word for it.
You cut the tape on, man. It does not lie to you.
That's why I got him high. So let's see this year, like you said, if he can bounce back and have a similar rookie type of season, I'm not going to have an argument bumping him up. And let's see what Minka, because I got Minka as my main guy right now. Let's see what he does and the way he's talking.
Yeah.
It's going to be big things.
Yeah, man. So that's the only reason, like I said, why I got Derwin at 4. At 3, this is why I have Minka Fitzpatrick, man. I think, man, I had a debate, honestly, between my top 3, and I feel like it was kind of like with the running backs.
Yeah.
It's going to be similar, but you just kind of put him whatever order you want to put him in. With Minka, though, I mean, he checked every box in terms of the productivity. We saw as soon as he got in Pittsburgh, his immediate impact. Not only from a tackling standpoint, but the interceptions, the turnovers into touchdowns, everything you want, he did. The only reason why I have him at 3 and not higher is because towards the end of the year, granted, teams were shying away from him, but overall the productivity did take a drastic drop. And that was the only reason why. But I think going into this season, man, everybody healthy, he still is going to have a chance to be right in that conversation in terms of being one of these top guys, in terms of top 1 or 2 type situation. He's on that type of trajectory. We already know from a productivity standpoint, he does all that. I just want to see it throughout the whole season and not allow teams to just say, all right, I'm going to shy away. I'm not going to go your way. I feel like the elite ones, they find a way to make it happen. You think teams are still throwing at Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu? Heck no. But they found a way to get that ball. So that's the only thing right there with Minka. At 2, I want Harrison Smith. I mean, this dude right here, you talk consistency, you talk productivity, checks every single box. He's doing it for your boys too, man, up in Minnesota, huh?
My boys up there too.
Kirk Cousins.
I'm not a fan of Cousins either. I'm really not.
Hey, but they got a squad though, man. They got guys. They have guys, bro.
They do, but like I said, with the Titans, their QB is gonna let them down, and has let them down in the past. Although he didn't let him down. He really surprised me in that Saints game.
He went on the road and did it overtime, called game, walk off.
That was an outlier. We saw it.
No, it was not an outlier.
We saw what happened the next game.
What happened the next game?
They
lost to a team that went to the Super Bowl.
They got smoked though.
They lost to a team that was one drop pass away from winning the Super Bowl.
They got smoked.
They had a 10-point lead with 4 minutes left in the Super Bowl. What are we talking about here?
They got smoked.
How we gonna hold that against them? What?
Show up.
They did.
Do something.
They did.
We played them better than the Vikings.
That's debatable.
It's definitely debatable.
That's debatable. What?
A lot of
come on, man.
I know they had a lot of turnovers.
It was 5 turnovers in what, 1/2 or something. It was what, 5.
Three of them were giveaway. Like,
it was crazy.
Giveaways.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
They like gave
it was bad.
It was early Christmas presents. I mean, we actually should have won that game.
We should have.
If Connor didn't fumble. Yeah.
But I don't even want to say if Connor doesn't fumble. If we just capitalize on one of those turnovers, think about that, right? 5 turnovers. I think we only had a field goal come out of all of them, if that.
The 2 reasons we scored the touchdown, it was the Juju cross against the middle, and he just took it to the house.
Yeah, where the
and then the
DB missed the tackle.
The backup cornerback came in, and we attacked him right off the bat. Those were only our 2 touchdowns.
That was the Deontay Johnson one. Yeah.
That was it. And you're right. I don't know if we.
I think we might have got a field goal.
I can't
one
remember.
of them turnovers at best. Yeah. It was bad, man. It was terrible.
I know. And some of those turnovers were actually in our zone. Like they were
about to score. Yeah. Well, you think they had the one on like the 5?
I think as soon as we walked in the stadium, there was a turnover.
So that was the TJ Watt one on the little screen where the guy's like bobbling the pass and TJ just takes it. Then they have the one where they're on like the 5, I think it is, and they fumble with the snap. Yeah, they had like multiple ones where they're about to score a touchdown. And it was just some type of just nonsense.
Minka had the 2. Minka had the pick, and then Minka had the forced fumble.
I thought who did he force? Yeah, he forced the fumble. I don't know who recovered it.
I think those were the only 2 that were actually, all right, we did this.
Yeah, we called it.
But other than that, I think everything else was them giving us the ball.
It was so bad. Yeah, it was bad.
The Minka effect, though, dude, that was
his
wild.
first game, and we was like, whoa, hey, we like that, man.
Made some hot takes in the parking lot.
We did. We definitely did.
But they came true. I mean, we didn't get the win, but like
everything else was coming true.
If you look at the video, I mean, the one dude, he's like, "What are we expecting from Minka, dude? He's going off. He's getting picks.
He's getting turnovers." It was like, "Dang, all right, he just got here, and he showed up, did it, man."
That was so much fun, dude.
Hey, man, I'm gonna miss that, man. We need that, man.
I know.
We should have wore a mask. Dang on, man. It's neither here nor there, though. And then at number 1, man, I went with Jamal Adams right here. I just think we know he's in the conversation when everybody is healthy. He's in that conversation. He's in that mix. The season that he's coming off of. I also think, man, him going out to Seattle is going to be a great situation for him. We know what Pete Carroll does, and we know how that secondary plays in particular out there. But yeah, with Jamal Adams, man, I just think with his game right now, he was the most consistent of those top 4, top 5 guys between health, between availability, between productivity throughout the year as well. And I mean, let's be real. He was in a very, very bad situation in New York. It's not like you can give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, at least he was on a winning team. He was a product of that. People can make that case sometimes with Tyrann Mathieu. Like, well, hey, man, when you're playing with the Chiefs, you know, you got a lot more luxury to do this and do that. You know, your team was going to be playing in the league.
Their defense ain't that good, though.
I know.
Wait, who's saying that?
People have said that, man.
Really, with Mathieu?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like he was a big reason for their defense, actually stepping up a little bit.
But people will say Chris Jones as well, though, man. Along with Frank Clark.
I think that their stats, though, weren't that good last year for deep. Like they were like a middle of the road defense.
But this is what I'm saying, though. When you're playing on a crazy good team, a lot of times
with Mahomes,
that's a crazy good team. So even if your productivity and your stats aren't like that, you're going to be viewed better because of the team that you're playing on. That's what I'm saying.
His stats backed him up, though, last year.
To an extent, yes.
Dude, he had a good year last year.
You do not like to listen. You just like to talk.
No, I'm a good listener. His stats, 12 pass defense, 4 picks, 2 sacks, 75 tackles, made an all-pro. Dude, he backed it up.
You got it, bro.
No, wait.
You got it,
wait.
Man.
Hold on. You're saying, are you comparing Jamal Adams to Mathieu? Is that what you're saying?
You're good, bro. Don't worry about it.
In terms of, like, Adams didn't get the love because he was on the Jets? Am I missing something here?
You are, but it's cool, bro.
No, explain it.
It's cool. When you're playing on a really good team.
Yes.
Regardless of if your stats are out of this world or if they're just good, because of the team you're playing on being so successful, you're going to get pumped up even more. Whereas with Jamal Adams, even with Minka, right? If Minka was playing on a Super Bowl contending team last year, it would be even bigger. But because he was on a team that went 8-8, because Jamal Adams was on a team with the Jets that was terrible, sometimes they're not viewed as big as they should have been. Earl Thomas, for example, when he was in Seattle, right? He was out of this world, but because of the team being successful as well, it made him even mega. That's what I'm saying, man.
We know how it is, man.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying, man. With Tyrann Mathieu versus Jamal Adams, I
think we have Mathieu higher than a lot of people, though.
Yeah,
you got him at 5, right?
Yes.
I got him at 4. No, I got him at 3.
Yeah, you got him at 3. Yeah,
I think a lot of people got him in that bottom top 10. So yeah, that wasn't necessarily a knock on Mathieu. I think you were just more or less bringing up why Jamal Adams should be pumped up a little bit more.
Absolutely.
But Mathieu, like I was telling you, Mathieu balled out a little bit in his own right.
But like you said, man, you want to listen to that. It's all good, man.
What do you mean? I was listening to it. I definitely was.
No, man, you was quick to be like, no, man, Matthews makes sense. No, I'm like, I'm not saying Matthews ain't have dope numbers. You're not hearing me, man.
I don't know. What other safety on here, like on a really good team? I mean, you got Harrison Smith, definitely with the reputation.
Budda Baker, if he's on any contending team, he's talked about in a totally different vein.
You think?
Absolutely, not even close.
Why is that?
Because the Cardinals don't get love like that. No, I'm just saying, Budda Baker's productivity, bro. He is a beast. If he's playing on a team that has that type of notoriety, that's getting that type of fanfare, that's getting the primetime games and all that other stuff, it changes everyone's perspective. The Cardinals, even with Kyler Murray coming there last year, they still weren't being viewed like that. We talked about even with Chandler Jones, for example, right? Chandler Jones, we said if he's playing on any other team and he's having a season like he's having, man, he's talked about in a totally different vein, a totally different regard. And he's been doing that while he's been in Arizona. Every year he's been out there, he's put out crazy numbers. But because of that market, because of the team just not having that type of expectation, he's never going to get that type of notoriety. Whereas with Tyrann
we were showing him love.
We were because we make sure that type of stuff is out there. But even with a guy like Tyrann Mathieu, I'm like, man, even when he was at Houston, for example, I still don't feel like he was in that same where he's at right now, coming off of a Super Bowl.
And you don't think his play changed much? Is that what you're saying?
I personally don't. No, I don't. But I think the team changed a lot. And I'm telling you, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, we know how it goes,
would you have had Minka in your top 5 based off of what he did in Miami his first year? He still balled out. He still was a Pro Bowler.
Not like last year though.
He still was a Pro Bowler, was he not? He still was.
He didn't make
no, he did not make the Pro Bowl, but he was still. His numbers were up there.
He had a good rookie year. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, dude. I wouldn't just because he didn't play as good, but yeah, dude. Steelers definitely helped. Like you were talking about with Chandler Jones. I'm sure if he was on the Steelers, he might actually won Defensive Player of the Year last year. I definitely think so. If he was on, bigger market team, Packers. I don't know how big of a market Packers is. Yeah. Obviously, they have a great fan base, but like Cowboys, I'm just trying to think about Saints, I guess. But yeah, there's definitely something to that. There's no arguing. I think there's always the narrative out there that people hate the Steelers. We're seeing it with the Madden ratings for sure, but I think at the same time, Steelers brand definitely does help some players.
It does a lot, absolutely.
I definitely think that there is. I will agree. There is a weird other side to it. I don't know if it's like Steeler hate or just people not knowing what they're doing. But dude, because the Madden ratings, it is one of those things that makes you question, like why are all of our top guys down like that? I don't really get it.
No, I definitely agree with you on that department. Like, it is a weird dynamic. There is Steeler hate.
Whenever there's Steeler love, there's a lot of Steeler love.
Yes.
Like a lot.
But it is a strong.
But there's sometimes faction. We're doing really good and we're just flying under the radar in terms of national TV recognition, which I'm not really opposed against. I think maybe I did back in the day whenever I was in high school and just really soaking in the ESPN and all that type of stuff on a daily basis. Now I'm like, honestly, probably no TV recognition is actually a good thing, just because we're flying under the radar and just doing our thing. Unless it has to do with people winning awards, then that's when I'm not going to be happy about it.
Now you want the attention. I want to be under the radar now. I can dig it. So I don't even think we had any major discrepancies.
You just have Thomas on, where I was thinking about putting him on.
I had Thomas?
Earl Thomas.
I didn't have Earl Thomas on.
I thought you said you had him at 8.
No, I said I debated putting him at 8 against Justin Simmons, and then after that, I just left him off the list.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't make the list.
I thought he made the list.
Nah. Yeah, so my top 10, I had Micah Hyde at 10, Eddie Jackson at 9, Justin Simmons at 8, Budda Baker at 7, Kevin Byard at 6, Tyrann Mathieu at 5, Derwin James at 4, Minka at 3, Harrison Smith at 2, and Jamal Adams at 1.
Yeah, we have the same safeties basically, except I have Anthony Harris instead of Hyde.
Micah Hyde, yeah.
And that's kind of whatever. I could see the argument against Harris playing with Harrison Smith, whatever, but then also the stats speak for themselves. He's got like great coverage grades and all that, 6 picks. So that's why I got him in there. But I could see the other side where, he's playing with another great safety, and it goes back to what we were talking about with the cornerbacks. Like, did they cancel each other out a little bit? I guess.
Like, other than that, we're pretty much identical. And even our spots are only like 1 or 2 different.
Like, we got the tiers. Yeah, we got the I think the same guys in the top five, and the same guys in the bottom 5. It's just I got Minka at 1, Jamal Adams 2, Mathieu 3, Derwin James 4, Harrison Smith 5. So that's about it, dude. I got Minka there just because of like the game changing plays and all that type of stuff that he made. Like none of these other safeties, none of them had the opportunity, but for him to come from Miami like that
was crazy, man.
Dude, like right off the bat, like that's absurd. Like, it completely changed the defense. We let up over 30 points in the Patriots game. Defense looked bad in the Seattle game. I know I don't know what it was. The Seattle game was, I think, a little similar to the San Fran game. We had like a turnover or 2.
Yeah, it was like Tua was balling out crazy that game too.
It was, I think, the one that Devin Bush got, like that was gifted to us somehow. I think too.
Well, no. So
I can't remember.
So remember with that game now, early in the game, I thought the tight end Devin Bush had got beat in that game early, and then the second one where he got the pick, it was like the tight end had it, and he like fell over top of him and took it from him and rolled off of him. I remember because it was
is that the Ravens game? Is that what you're talking about?
No, you're right. That is the Ravens game. No. So he had
a fumble recovery. And he returned it almost to the house. It was like down at the 1 yard line. Who forced it? I don't know. That's what I mean. It was. Yeah. I didn't feel like our defense played that well. I thought we were getting lucky.
Was it Mark Barron that forced it, or was it Mark? No. Or did Devin? Because I'm trying to think.
He recovered it?
Yeah, Devin definitely recovered. I remember he cut across the field and we thought he was going to score. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. But, just in general, I didn't think our defense played well at all in those first 2 weeks. I remember us lamenting, but, we weren't too thrilled about it. He came, dude, it completely changed the game. It's, not a coincidence. Yeah. So that's why, they were talking about the whole Minka effect and that type of stuff.
That's right, because, dang, that Seattle game, remember the 3rd and 15? Was that Russell Wilson, where he scrambles?
Oh, yeah, we had the win. We kind of had it.
He scrambles, gets the first down. Then
it was 3rd and long. I definitely remember that. We had him on the ropes.
Yes, indeed.
We definitely had him.
And I just remember the DK Metcalf touchdown. Yeah, that's the one I remember. Oh, that hurt. Oh man,
dude, it was a weird.
We were in attendance. I was the home opener.
We were there.
Had the fam and everything.
Ben went down, and that's when we hung out a little bit afterwards, and everyone was talking about it. What's gonna happen with the team? And like,
hey, you was over there on the side talking about, man, it's just like Oakland. He ain't really hurt. He gonna come back for us.
Wait, you think I was saying that?
You did say that. I remember you saying that.
I don't know if I said that.
You definitely said that. You said it's like Oakland. He's tough. He's coming right back. That's what you told us.
I might have said that.
I can't
remember.
Now I don't know how like sober you were at the moment, but you definitely said that, bro.
I didn't have too much, but I remember afterwards. Definitely we were talking, about quarterback stuff, and I was down, dude. I was. It
was rough.
You were joking though. You didn't think it was real. Like you thought.
I definitely did.
Oh man, like. I can't even remember. I think you were making fun of like a quarterback controversy. You're like, is Mason going to do it? I think Mason can lead us. Because you didn't think Ben was actually going to be out. So you were just like laughing about it.
Well, because remember, and then, I thought Mason did something in the game.
He threw a touchdown, right? Yeah. He threw 2 touchdowns.
And that was why I was messing with you about it.
I know. You were
quarterback controversy, man.
I was like, nah, dude, nah.
Little did we know.
Yeah, and then like the next day it happened. You're like, it's a little different story now that I know Ben's out. Now we gotta reanalyze this whole thing. I liked messing with Deke, but now we got some.
That hurt too much now to be joking like that. Can't do that no more. Lesson learned.
I was hurting, man. Yeah, I guess that's it.
We're good though, man.
We got anything else? That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like the list though, man. That was dope. I see you, Deke. I see you, bro.
We're on point with these. Dude. Yeah. We've been on point with these top 10s.
We have, man. I'm glad we got 2 defenses in here now, man. So